Hi everyone, welcome back to this ain't an anime review per se. This is an anime of what's gonna happen in the near future. So I'm gonna be listing off a bunch of animes that you guys are gonna look. I'm gonna read off because I have a thing here, and these are the anime reviews that you're gonna be seeing after the wise grandchild, the wise man's grandchild. After that anime review gets uploaded, I'm gonna give you the next 13 anime reviews that you will be looking forward to in the near future. So there's a bunch, and I'm gonna tell you right now. Some of them I have seen but stopped, but some of them are brand spanking new. So even though the last anime, the the wise man's grandchild is an isekai anime, we're gonna go back into the isekai anime called Loner Life in Another World. Now, I have watched 4 episodes of this anime. Well, for technically 3, but we will continue on with the isekai anime genre because I want you guys to know that Loner Life in Another World is another isekai anime. But however, even though it's an isekai anime, we don't I don't know the 13th anime on this list. I don't know if it's an isekai anime or whatnot, but it's gonna be a while since we get an isekai anime. So this Loner Life in Another World is gonna be the last isekai anime for a while because the next 4 animes, the next anime is a comedy anime. It's also very fucking lewd, I tell you that much. It's Prison School. Now, Normal Life in Another World, I'm watching dub. Prison School, I'm watching dub because I can get away with it. Um, so Prison School is going to be a really interesting anime review because the only reason why I'm reviewing it is because I watched 6 episodes when it first came out and I got bored of it and I thought it was fucking ridiculous. But I gotta watch it at some point. So I'm gonna watch throughout the whole entire series except for the OVA because I know there's an OVA and I'm not gonna watch the OVA. Yeah, the OVA is pretty much what happens after the series is after the 12th episode, I believe. But that's more like comedy and fan service and stuff and ridiculousness to be honest with you. But we'll get to that when we get to that anime review. After Prison School, instead of going comedy wise, we're gonna go into the horror genre anime for the next 2 anime reviews. And that is Higurashi and Mermaid Forest. Now, Higurashi, I have history with Higurashi. I've always said that Higurashi is my second favorite anime of all time. It's on the playlist. I've always said that. However, I've watched the first season dubbed, and that was a bad mistake because it was fucking terrible and I did not like it. The dub voice acting anyway. However, the main problem why I stopped at the first season is because after the first season, it doesn't dub anymore. So at this point, because the last season that came out was like in 2020, it's dubbed for some fucking reason, but the second season was never dubbed. So that's an issue on its own. So instead of just watching the last Higurashi season, I'm gonna watch the first season, the second season, all the OVAs, in the last season of Higurashi, which all in sub. So I'm not going to be dubbing it this time around. Um, but the main thing about Higurashi though is the fact that there's 100 episodes, so it might take me a few days just to get Higurashi done and over with. But it's a horror anime, so I know where I'm getting myself into because if you must know, Higurashi's half comedy, half fucking brutally fucking murdering each other, which is kind of interesting. And on a side note of Higurashi, it's based off of a fucking video game apparently, so I figured that out later on after I watched the first season. But I'm gonna be watching the whole entire series, and hopefully it still stays at number 2, which it probably is because I love Higurashi's first season. Now, Mermaid Forest, on the other hand, is an anime that I've never watched before. I I looked at it up. I saw it by accident and I thought it looked cool, so I'm gonna watch that anime after Higurashi and after I get all the fucking nightmares out of the fucking wazoo from watching Higurashi because there's 100 fucking episodes. I'm gonna dream about fucking murdering everyone. Instead, after that, we're gonna watch Mermaid Forest where I'm probably gonna have dreams of mermaids fucking drowning me in the fucking ocean for some fucking reason. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So Higurashi, then Mermaid Force are the next two anime reviews after Prison School. So after that, after Mermaid Force is done, which by the way, I'm surprised that Mermaid Force actually has a dub, which baffles the fuck out of me because I thought it was gonna be only sub, but apparently it has a dub. So that's the thing. After that, we're gonna be watching Island. Now, Island I did watch later on, but I got bored of it. It's about a mysterious island, and I don't know anything about it. It's kind of like off the radar. Like I did not understand it. All these animes have like fucking like 12 episodes, except for Higurashi. Higurashi has 100, but Island only has 12 episodes. I think it's really unique on how they're gonna do the things. I don't know what happens at the end, but we're gonna figure it out when we watch it. So yeah. After that, though, we're gonna be watching Handmade Maid. Now, this anime is kind of unique and to the point because Handmade May is an anime that is like really, how do I put it? It's very short. It has 11 episodes. Well, technically it only has 10. It has 10 episodes. One episode's OVA, but I can still watch it because both all of it's in dub. So I think Handmade May is a really unique anime, and I did watch some of it. I watched like episode up to episode 4, then stopped watching because I got bored of it apparently. So we're gonna be watching Handmade May after that. So we've had long Loner Life in Another World's the next anime review. After that's Prison School with 12. Same goes for Loner. Higurashi's got 100. Mermaid Forest has 12, Island has 12, and Handmaid May has 11. Why you might be asking why am I giving the numbers of how many episodes there are? Because the next, after Handmaid May, the next two anime reviews are fucking long. So after Handmaid May, we're watching fucking Marmalade Boy. Oh boy, where do I begin? Now, Marmalade Boy is an anime that my sister used to watch back in the early to mid 2000s because it was on demand when we had a fucking cable box. But Marmalade Boy is technically a '90s anime, and my sister said that if you watch Marmalade Boy, she did warn me that it's kind of outdated, and I'm gonna see that from the very beginning of my eyes. There are 76 episodes, and I'm gonna be watching it throughout the whole entire series. It's a dub anime, but the thing about Marmalade Boy, and I don't know why, but I'm gonna be going in cautiously because my sister says it's outdated, and that's saying something because my sister, when she first saw the anime, she loved the fucking anime, which baffles the fuck out of me. So it's gonna really be really interesting. I also know that fucking Marmalade Boy has a lot of issues, so I just want to let you know that. So after Marmalade Boy, we're gonna be watching a kids anime called Blue Dragon. Now, if you must know, I do have Blue Dragon on the Xbox 360. I will do that game. It has 3 fucking discs, but I will be doing that game at some point. But we're gonna watch that Blue Dragon sub because it has 102 episodes, which baffles the fuck out of me. How the fuck does a kid? Well, then again, Digimon, Pokemon, so it checks out. So Blue Dragon has 112, 102 episodes. Has 2 seasons, the first season and the second season. So that's gonna be really interesting. So after Blue Dragon, we're gonna be watching two animes that I have not watched, and I don't know what the hell I'm watching. Which, by the way, I have watched some episodes of Blue Dragon just to let you know, so that's why I'm rewatching it again. But I didn't know I had 102 episodes. So the next two animes that I'm watching after Blue Dragon, or it might be in the middle because I haven't figured it out yet, are two animes that I've never watched before, and that's the Coffin Princess and the Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? Because I found them online. I thought they were interesting. Well, I found the Eighth Son. Are you kidding me? That anime I found on Facebook on a short that I watched. The Coffin Princess, on the other hand, I did the same thing. So I can't really say that I found it by accident. No, I found those two animes because I wanted something after Blue Dragon because Blue Dragon's a Y7 anime, so it's meant for kids. But I'm not. It's gonna be really tough. So yeah. So Coffin Princess and The Eighth Son, Are You Kidding Me, are the next two new animes that I'm going to be watching, for me anyway. Then we're going to be watching Alice Gear Alex Expansion. That anime is really unique. I did watch the first episode, but then I stopped because I thought there was more interesting animes. So it's kind of like, what the fuck? So there's nothing pretty much about that anime. I will watch it. Most of these animes have 12. After Alice Gear's expansion, I'm going to tell you this right now. We are finally going to get to Dragon Ball GT. So after the Alice Gear is Dragon Ball GT, and then after GT, all we have left is superheroes and fucking what's it called, the Diamond one that just came out. So after GT, after I watch those Daima and fucking heroes, I'm all caught up with Dragon Ball, which is a good thing because I'm sick and tired of it. And then after GT, we're going to be watching the Demon Sword Master. The next anime review, I'm going to be doing the Demon Sword Master of Excalibur Academy. Hopefully it's good. I don't know, but we'll figure that out. So that's my list of animes that are going to be coming out sooner rather than later. If you guys have any recommendations, I will gladly rewatch them. Maybe in between the three long, four long animes. Like if you give me a recommendation on the animes, it's either gonna be the animes that you guys recommend in the comments. It's either gonna be in between the Higurashi review. Um, I'll be watching it during the Higurashi review. Blue Dragon, Marmalade Boy, or fucking GT, because those are the only four animes that are fucking over 50 episodes. Because GT's got 64, Higurashi's got 100, Marmalade Boy's got 76, and fucking Blue Dragon's got 102. So, I hope you guys like this anime review. I hope you guys have a nice positive day, and always stay positive.